videos. This is about being a gardener, and so being a gardener is basically you love the outdoors and you just want to get out and do stuff. Like use the tools that you own and stuff like that. And yes, it is expensive to start up, and yes, it is dangerous to the extent of the power tools. But other than that, it's not really that dangerous. But if you use the power tools correctly, it's fine. I'm not being stupid about it, but like if you like the outdoors and you like gardening and you want to earn money from it, start up a business. It's pretty easy really. But before you start earning the money, you have to spend money to get the tools you require. And all I started was with a lawnmower, like 140 quid. Then I've got to get the oil, fuel, and just things to get it started. And it slowly built up. So a strimmer, chainsaw, hedge trimmer, cultivator, wood chipper, wheelbarrow, brush, spade, fork, toolbox to have all the tools in, jerry cans, and the right oil, and basically it's like when you have all that, you know you've got a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke type engine. The 2 strokes you have to mix the fuel and oil together at 40:1 ratio. With 4 strokes, the oil goes into an oil chamber, fuel goes into the fuel chamber, tank, and it's fine. But then you have to think, right, 2-stroke fuel, it turns red, doesn't it, when you add the oil to it. So, to make it easier for yourself, as a gardener, have red jerry cans, like the 5 litre job, and just straight fuel is like comes straight out of the tank, and it's the green nozzle, so green jerry can. But instead of just having like say 4 5 litre jerry cans, 2 red, 2 green, and constantly having to go to the fuel station, so like go to the fuel station, fill up the 2 green ones, mix it, put it into the red, and go back to the fuel station, and then it just becomes a faff. So instead of doing that, do yourself a favour, and depending on how many power tools you have, because I've got a few, and I've got 2 20-litre jerry cans that have just literally stores straight fuel, and one is for the 5-litre jerry cans when they're empty. So I use like a little pump to transfer it into the mixing bottles to mix the fuel up for the red jerry cans, and then just the rest of it goes into the green ones. And the other one is for my wood chipper, because it has a 3.7 litre fuel tank, and when that gets used all day, it gets drained. So it's best to have its own jerry can aside. So it's when you have to top it up, it's just nozzle on, tip it in, done. And but the trouble now is if both my 20 litre jerry cans are empty, and I've only got a little bit in either the red or the green 5 litre jerry cans. I've got 2 older ones which I've actually washed out of mine. So any of the spare fuel that I have, I decant it into the old jerry cans and use the leftover for whatever purpose. So basically I can fill 2 spare ones up, and when I need to, use it on my tools. And so when the jerry cans are empty, particularly the 2 28 ones, I take those 2 to the fuel station, fill them up, nearly 60 quid's worth of fuel, and yeah, and they're there ready for the next round. And honestly, it is so handy to have more fuel than you need than having less fuel than you need. So like, I only need 20 litres for a month's work, or even 2 to 3 months' work. But I've got an extra 20 for the 5 litre cans, and the other 20 for just one of my tools. So it's like, it's so handy to have. Even like with oil, like particularly the 2-stroke oil. If you've got one open bottle, have another one, new one to have. So it's there ready for you to use to mix up with the fuel. But other than that, it's easy enough. And also make sure your tools are well sharpened, looked after, because if you don't look after them, they won't look after you, and problems will occur. And also, like, if you're doing bedding areas, that's all done by hand, unless you have to cultivate the area, then get a power tool involved. So my cultivator, I had to use that the other day, and I've put wood chip down on part of the bedding because I only had enough for part of it, and it looks so much better, seriously. And we are actually going to be growing our own fruit and veg, so we can sell that. And I'll be getting a lot of wood chip and malt, so I'll be selling that too. Even wood, so yeah. I'll update you in regards to being a gardener at a later date, because I've got other things to do anyway. But yeah, keep checking in, and you'll see more. Take care, guys.